very old or very young. We sat at a bar and ordered drinks. We raised our glasses to each other and drank. The alcohol filled us up and made us happy. We started teasing each other. Then, all of a sudden, she put on a serious face and said, "Valentino, do you want to marry me?" And I couldn't take it in. I really couldn't take it in at all. This wasn't how I had imagined it. It was meant to be my question. In my world, it's the man who pops the question. In my world, there are certain things the man has to ask, and that's not because I'm old-fashioned, but because everything turns out better that way. Who wants a feminist woman in his bed? Who wants a feminist man in her bed? We should always endeavour to be someone else when we make love. That's the only way out. She shouldn't have said it, I thought, and Vivaldi kept dancing in my ears. Something about the situation would go wrong now. "You see, Alba," I said, "I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't expecting that. I'd imagined something different. I'd pictured something else entirely." "I understand," she answered. "You were the one who was supposed to say it. I got in before you." "That's right," I said. "You look so sad," she said, and reached up to stroke my cheek. Where's the champagne? I thought. We went walking round again, without a plan, and without any pleasure either. We did not return to the question. We simply pretended it didn't exist. We walked along little streets, and there was ivy hanging here and there. We came to a dusty little shop selling old clothes and things. "Let's go in," said Alba. As we opened the door, the smell of mildew hit us. Pots, pedestals, busts, stuffed birds, a boar's head, and fabrics in bold colours were scattered about indiscriminately. Behind the counter was an old lady with grey hair in a bun, who looked at us suspiciously as we moseyed around. Alba opened a cupboard, and a pile of clothes slid out onto the floor. She started lifting up one garment after the other. She picked up an antique shawl and a small jacket with gold embroidery. "What's this?" she asked the woman behind the counter. "From the estate of someone who just died," she answered dryly. "They only came in an hour ago and I haven't had time to put them on hangers yet. They belonged to an old aficionado and his wife." She added the last bit reluctantly, as though she didn't consider us worthy of the information. She stepped behind a curtain and started fiddling with something, and after a few seconds, the sounds of Nisi Dominus issued from the loudspeakers. Alba looked up at me and smiled. "Do you hear that?" "Yes," I said. "So, now we know what we're not going to do," she said, and continued rooting through the pile of clothes. I just stood there. She asked me to come over. "Put this on," she said, holding up the gold-work jacket. "No," I said. "I refuse to put on the clothes of someone who's just died." "If you want to try them on, you can change behind the curtain," said the lady. "I don't want to try them on," I replied. It felt as if drooping spiderwebs were entering my ears. There was itching all over my upper body. "He died of a broken heart," the woman said. "What a dull way to die," said Alba. "Not everyone gets to choose how they die," the other woman replied. "I just don't understand what you can do with all this," I said. "Everything is old and dusty. It feels unhygienic." "These are lovely garments," the woman said then, and her eyes seemed to glitter in the half-light. "Aha!" Alba laughed. "There speaks the mighty Thor, who kills bulls with his bare hands, but is scared of a few fleas." And the old girl behind the